they were watching the numbers as they came in, and she said she was not super like discouraged as things came in because she was certain like certain swing states were going to show up. Like she was convinced she was going to win. And then she looked and her husband looked at her at a certain point, and the face that he made like changed, like it snapped something in her brain to where it was like, oh shoot, like there's a potential I'm not going to win this. And I think for one, that speaks to having a strong partner by which you're so connected that you can kind of hear and feel like the vibe from each other, where it was like, that was the moment, the way that Doug looked at her, where she was like, oh, this is for real. And she said she continued to get dressed. She was prepared to give this speech, and the speech that she was prepared for was to go in and say that the votes were still being tallied up and that it would likely be tomorrow that they would hear something, that they would know a certain answer. At this point, she was extremely late, and the people around her stopped getting dressed and stopped getting ready. Her family was just like, sister, it's time to reel it on in. We might need to rethink this. Meanwhile, her car is outside sitting and waiting, and her staff person was like, I don't think you need to go. Like, I don't think you need to go out in public right now. And the feeling of like disappointment in that moment, like I could feel it through the pages of the book. Like I felt like it was so palpable. Like I was there in that house and like hearing the disappointment and the people telling her like, I think you need to go put your pajamas on and lay it on down. That is what they were essentially saying.